A Dragonrider. Thank the first egg.
What's the matter, Julian? You seem distressed.
It's my boy, Jim. He's been gone all night and I'm worried out of my mind.
Where was he seen last?
He went to the werebowl last night to play with Jax and the other children, but never came back.
Well, I'd better go and see if I can find him.
Thank you. My husband, Moulin, is already out looking. If you see him, he may be able to help.
Good morning, Decor.
Behold, I didn't see you at Nalaya's farewell last night.
I was on watch. As a consequence, I am exhausted beyond measure.
I take it you had heard about our wing leader calling a meeting.
Of course, and I look forward to it, but first I must rest.
And I don't suppose you've heard anything about Naeth either.
Bits of things pass to Piath from other dragons. I know that Azoth is not happy with Naeth. It is worrying when a dragon dislikes its rider.
I'm sure it's only temporary.
Perhaps. Now, please. The need to sleep is weighing me down.
Of course.
Actually, are you heading down to Fabensweir? If you are, as I am utterly spent, would you give this skin to him? He and I were talking at great length the other evening about some of the great ballads, and he requested some of them from me.
I'm sure I'll bump into him at some point.
Thanks, Decor. My duty to you. If someone could wake me once the meeting starts, I would appreciate it.
Hello,
Hello,
Emara.
I was just admiring your work.
Thank you. I call it the world of Pern tapestry. When it's finished, it will show the whole of Pern in fine detail.
That's fascinating. Very beautiful.
In order to complete it, I need someone very reliable to gather information for me, someone whose reputation precedes them.
Good morning, Decor. I trust you had a good night last night.
Don't start, Nat. I've had enough from Zenth. Anyway, I heard that your night was better than mine.
I'm so embarrassed, Decor. The news must be all round the weir by now.
Pretty much. But no one seems to be able to tell me what you did.
Well, it's rather a sorry affair. Azoth is ready to mate, and we green riders have a tendency to, how shall I put it, become on edge when our dragons are ready to fly.
And you were on edge last night?
So much so that between Azoth and the Bend and Wine, I think I may have become a bit too forceful in an argument.
How forceful?
I think I drew my knife on someone, but I can't remember who.
By the first egg, what are you going to do?
Well, I would apologize, but I don't know who to apologize to. And I'm afraid to go out of my weir for fear of a dagger in the back. Do you think you could see your way to finding out who it was and apologize on my behalf?
Well, I'm sure it was unintentional. I'll ask around for you.
Thank you, Decor. You do me a great honor.
Good morning, Decor. You looked like you were having fun last night.
I was, what little I can remember of it.
Nalaya would be pleased to know we celebrated her life so vigorously.
And some more vigorously than others.
You mean Neth? He made a proper display of himself, so I hear. I didn't see anything but rumors of flying this morning about him and one of the kitchen staff.
Yes, I've already spoken to Neth. Apparently he...
Never mind that now. I'm glad you've arrived, Decor. I found this book in the gambling hall last night, and I don't quite know what to do with it. I don't know who it belongs to.
I think I know. Lockin the librarian has lost his diary. It may belong to him.
Would you take it to him, Decor? I have to oil that off.
Of course.
Thanks, Decor. Decor?
Yes?
Do you know what day it is? The same day it was when you found me that pearl last term.
Your name day?
Could be, Decor, could be. But don't worry yourself with it. I'm sure you have more important things on your mind.
Decor, you remember what trouble that caused last term, don't you? You spent days searching for a pearl, letting your wear duties slip. Bronzes and greens are never...
I know, Zenth. I know.
Good. We do have more important things to do than fishing, Decor.
I hear Sabor is calling a meeting. Will you be there?
Of course.
I suppose I'll have to attend as well. Although I can't stand to be in the same room as the man. He sickens me.
Such bitterness is not good for the wing salon. You should curb your anger.
I lost my eye down to that fool's incompetent orders. He does not know how to control his wing during thread battle. And one day I'll make him regret what he did to me.
Thread is an unpredictable foe. I have no love for Sabor either, but you cannot blame him for Thread.
Well, he's a lot nearer than the Red Star. And to have that blackguard Catan take my place as wing second just because they believe I am no longer suitable for duty. Apparently my eyesight affects my ability to fight.
Salone, why are you so angry?
I apologize. I suppose Nalaya's death was a bigger blow than I first assumed. And with Neeth's timely performance last night...
Yes, I've spoken to him about that. I'll leave you for the time being. You look like you need to be alone. I'll see you at the meeting.
Yes, you will.
Here to lose money to this gambling fool?
Aye, and a share of my wits too, knowing the way he plays.
Are you calling me a cheat?
No, just a man who's unreasonably lucky with dice.
Well, I shall leave you to it. I'll see you at Sabor's meeting later on.
I suppose, although I think the more traditional among us will not like what he has to say.
Decor, you're up early. I bet your head feels a bit thread-beaten, doesn't it?
I felt better.
Now, about that gambling debt you owe me.
Gambling debt? I must have been drunk.
The look on your face. You were right, Timon. That was a good prank. You have no debt, lad. At least not with me.
You're sharply in here this morning.
The dice were unfair last night. I need to cover my losses, and Timon here offered to play a few rounds with me.
And we nearly lost our table, too, when you decided to carve your name in it.
Until Catan stayed your hand.
My apologies. Well, I shall leave you men to it.
Clear skies and fair weather, Decor.
Oh, it's you. What do you want?
I wanted to talk for a while.
I suppose you've heard about this meeting with Sabor?
As is every writer, I presume.
I think it's disgraceful that we have to lower ourselves to look for inferior stock in the holds. It is breaking tradition.
If breaking tradition allows us to have a new werewoman and save the future of our dragons, then so be it.
But the were has always bred people for impression. Especially the werewoman.
Why are you so afraid of change? Do you think that now the holds and halls have little use for us, they will begin to question our purpose?
Never. The Dragonriders are the only reason their homes have not been razed to the ground and their flesh seared from their bones.
And they should be grateful? They do provide for us after all. It's a fair exchange.
Wary teeth, man. The riders are superior in every respect. Apart from some idiot greens like Zenth. There are some characters out for his blood after his escapade last night.
No one seems to be able to tell me what he did. I think Sabor may have something to say on the matter.
Shells, man. Sabor is a fool, as are most of the riders here. Always talking about how things must change with the times. Well, I'm too long in the tooth to start thinking differently. The current ways have lasted for hundreds of turns for a good reason. They won't change now. You'll see.
Whatever you say, Faben. I can see there's no point in arguing with you.
I'll be there as soon as I've finished reading these ballads. Actually, Vahul said he would lend me one of his, but he hasn't got around to it. If you see him, could you get it for me?
He already asked me to deliver it to you.
Oh, I see. Well, give it here, lad. Don't dally. Right. Thanks. You can go now.